All right, I'm gonna need someone to tell me whether or not I'm being oversensitive here or if this is something I should not care about. So I woke up this morning, opened up my YouTube app, and I saw that Surf Times was doing a live broadcast. And when I looked at the live broadcast, the thumbnail looked incredibly familiar, and I realized that that was a thumbnail that I had made. So this is what I saw, and I stared at this for a really long time, and I was like, huh, I'm pretty fucking sure I made that thumbnail. Now, for context, on May 2nd, 2023, I uploaded this video, and this is my thumbnail. You see it is the same exact thumbnail. And it's funny because I remember making this thumbnail and I used like a lot of like AI shit around here to fill it in. And then I, specifically added this rip and everything. Like I did, it's not like it's the most, artistic thing in the world, but I did indeed make this thumbnail, and I started thinking a lot about that. And the longer I sat with it, the more it started to bother me. On one hand, as a creator, I definitely understand, when you do these live streams so frequently, you want to like quickly grab an image, and, put it on your page, right? I get it. I totally get it. It was probably easier and more convenient for Surf Times to just like take my thumbnail, right? And in a larger way, I ultimately like don't actually care, but here's where my mind keeps going. I know that a lot of times when a creator isn't me, right, isn't a Black trans woman, people are very thoughtful about how they utilize the things they create, right? And, as I was thinking about all of this, right, I was thinking about my own process when I sat down to make these thumbnails, right? When I sit down to make a thumbnail, one of the things I try to do is edit it because I'm aware of the fact that it has to be kind of a unique image, right? Like I think a lot about not just copying and pasting, something else that someone else has created. I want to make it something that's specifically tailored to me, specifically tailored to my channel or, the things that I'm trying to do. And it did take me some time to make that thumbnail, even if it is a rather simplistic one. And, I'm already very much primed to not exactly celebrate or respect the value of my work. One of the biggest reasons why I no longer work as an illustrator is because I discovered that so few people respected the amount of work that went into me doing what I was doing. And I guess for me, this sort of feels like an extension of that, where it's easier for someone to just go to one of my videos, see something that I created, take it and use it to advertise their own platform where they are indeed making money. People click on that video, it's advertisement. Like, let's just be honest, it's advertisement, right? And, I watch Surf Times. I enjoy some of their content. I watch a lot of stuff like that, in the background. I would say in general, we are definitely on the same page on most things. Can't really think of too many situations where we aren't. So in a way, I'm like, okay, cool. And I think actually if I was approached and somebody asked me about it, I don't think I would have said no necessarily. I think I might have said like, oh, sure, I guess. But like, I'm distracted by the fact that I wasn't asked about it. And then when I came into the chat to sort of like make myself known, I wasn't really acknowledged at all. And it wasn't, as you see in the video, wasn't like it was a huge chat full of a ton of people, right? Surf Times is definitely a smaller creator in comparison to me. So maybe I'm not seeing this the right way. Maybe there's a power imbalance thing that I'm not 100% acknowledging. I'm mostly making this video because I'm bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it in like a massive way. It's not like ruining my day, but I'm stuck by the fact that I was never asked about it. And that especially because of who I am, especially because of the work that I do, there's a lot of people who just don't really respect what I'm doing enough to think that it's worth giving credit and support to. And I don't want to lose sight of that, because I think that if I do, it allows people to take advantage of me more rapidly. So when I have these moments where, I care, but I don't care, I never want to lose sight of the fact that I live in a society that is inherently dehumanizing to me, that doesn't actually support the things that I create, and that I've had to fight an uphill battle to get to where I am now, to where I have a large platform that has a decent degree of following and viewership, right? And that stuff like this is sometimes like the very subtle expression of someone not exactly supporting what I'm doing enough to think that it deserves credit, support, or respect. So I'm kind of curious how you guys feel about this. In a way, it doesn't really seem like a big deal, but the longer I stared at it, I was like, wow, that is just my thumbnail. Literally woke up in the morning, started his stream, decided to download my thumbnail and use it on the page. Didn't send me a message anywhere, didn't reach out to me, didn't, even speak to me, just used what I made. And that feels yucky. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys. This is something that I've definitely sort of felt from a lot of especially white leftist folks on the internet, right? And that's one of the big reasons why I'm very hesitant to do lots of collaborations and interactions with other people, because I don't really feel like my work is really supported beyond the situations where I'm tokenized, right? And I hate that. I really, really hate that. And it would have just been kind of nice to be asked. That's all. So curious how you guys feel about this, and whether or not my feelings are, real or not. I don't know.